Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rosanti Putri. My study number is 25, 18, and 129. In this video, I will explain about situational socio-cultural context. To develop communicate competence, student needs to be aware of the ways in which spoken language can be manipulated for different purposes. Students learn that goals, audience, and situational influence the decision and choice they make. This is known as the situational context. Meanwhile, the socio-cultural context means that student needs to know that belief, value, and social cultural assumption affect those who participate in communication. Socio-cultural context refers to the idea that language, rather than existing in isolation, is closely linked to the cultural and society in which it is used. This means when language is learned, the socio-cultural context in which it is used needs to be taken into consideration as well. Activity that can raise awareness of social cultural contexts include using stories, analyzing newspaper headline, and looking at slang and idiomatic language. Students intuitively gain some understanding of situational and social cultural context by imitation, observation, and repetition. Students need to be provided with opportunities to reflect on language use and how it varies according to purpose, audience, situation, and subject matter. The decision that students make about their speaking and listening will vary according to the context. Their decisions are influenced by the following. First, the situation of setting in which the speaking and listening takes place. Would speaker at assembly, when to speak and when not to speak at the movies, when to speak and when not to speak when there are visitors at home. Second, the purpose of the speaking and listening, thanking someone, asking someone for help, discussing a book, or delivering a lecture. Third, the roles and relationship between speaker and listener, family and friend, teacher, principal, sub-assistant, doctor, and police officer. Fourth, the physical setting of the communication, home, classroom, sporting event, public library, and restaurant. The mode of communication, face-to-face with person of several people, telephone, telephone conversation or inquiry, radio or using microphone with a large audience. The last, the topic based discussion, awareness of their factor will impact on the choice a speaker and the speaker or listener makes. Next, social cultural context. There are many social cultural factors in influence the composition and comprehension of spoken text. First, the way that people use spoken language reflects and shapes their view of the world. Second, speaker and listener are strongly influenced by their gender, ethnicity, and status. Third, spoken language is used to establish relationship and group identity. 4. There are many different varieties of English around the world, including varieties of Standard English. Each variety reflects and shapes socio-cultural attitude and assumption. The last, spoken text can be crafted and manipulated to influence others. This is often done to maintain or challenge existing power relationship between groups such as governing bodies and citizens, business and consumer, employers and employees. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.